Today we'd like to introduce you to MiAds. This is a fresh new product from the labs here at BCC Ad Systems. MiAds is an internet service. It allows agencies and media buyers to give their own clients a view in real time of the ad bookings that are being made for them. Today we have MiAds running on the Apple iPhone, but the service will also operate on BlackBerry devices and any desktop browser such as Microsoft Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Safari and Opera. So let's take a look at this new product in action. MiAds places a icon on the iPhone's home screen, and we can access the service simply by touching that icon straight from the home screen. When we first use the service as a client of an agency or media buyer, we're going to have to log on. We may want to have a quick check of the terms of service before we do that, but we'll be connecting using the credentials issued to us by the agency. Once we've logged onto our device, it'll remain paired with the service until we log out again. So anytime we actually return to MiAds, we don't have to go back through the log on procedure. We can simply click the icon and it'll take us back to our menu. Now the basic idea behind MiAds is pretty simple. As a client, I want to see what my buyer has been booking for me, and I pretty much want to see that in real time. Now there are three ways that we can view our bookings, the first being by media and by medium. So if I click on that option here, the system's going to present to me all the media and mediums that have been set up for me by my agency. So in this particular example we have, say down here, television is a media, and we have a list of channels being the mediums that are available to us. Now I could just select one or more of those and go ahead and look at what bookings have been made for me across these mediums. Other media could also be radio, print, internet, and these could also be made available to me at the discretion of the agency. So now generally the client would have only access to its own itself and its own products. If I do want to look at the clients and products, you can see that the portfolio has been extended for me, and I do have access to a number of clients in the system. So let's take a look at just one single product here under the American Express client. I simply select the product I want and click on Get Ads. Now this is a live connection to BCC Media Desktop operated by the agency or media buyer. So as soon as the buyer has placed the buying order within their system, it's immediately available for browsing via MiAds, and you can see that the system has indeed presented me a list of spots, all for American Express, that I have across a number of mediums, being Fox Sport 2, and you can see the date and time and the type of unit that is being placed for me. In this case it's television media. Now also at the discretion of the agency, they may make the media itself, or at least a representation of that media, available to me to browse on the system. So that may be a 30-second spot, it could be a newspaper advertisement which is being wrapped up in an image file, or it could be a piece of audio if it's a radio spot. At their discretion that can be available, and depending on the device that I'm using to browse MiAds with, I can actually view that directly from the device itself as I'm browsing my bookings. So the third option is by date and time, and once again the range is at the discretion of the agency who's setting the service up for me. I simply touch the date and time range and it will access my bookings across all of my accessible products and mediums that I have set up in the system. So this is a great way just to see what indeed I have coming up today across all my products and across all my media. The system offers help, and you can see here, I just wanted to show you this, you can see that the system has actually detected that I am using an iPhone, and it has optimized the site for the iPhone itself, and you can see that it is actually presenting an experience that is consistent with the iPhone general interface that you'd expect if you were an iPhone user. Now just to round off this demo, let's take a quick look at how an agency or an administrator would use the system, and I'm going to re-log in using a new log on that happens to have administrative privileges in the system. And you can see that it has added the administrator option at the top. So the system can be fully configured and administered on the remote device. You can set up the global settings. You can add new users, you can edit existing users, and you can also manage the data that this is caching out of BCC Media Desktop. So a classic scenario for this would be an agency or media buyer at lunch with a client, and you've both got your iPhone devices or Blackberries out, and the agency, as an agency person, you simply want to give the client access. You can set them up right there at lunch, and they can have immediate access on their own device to the MiAds system and start viewing their bookings straight away at lunch. So there you have it. It's a quick look at MiAds from BCC Ad Systems. If you'd like more information, you can hit our website www.bcc.com.au.